My God, it's a scent!
That's a good way to start.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
New shirt, new week.
Yeah, new jacket,
We
totally new day.
Record 2 shows in one day. What do you think? We're productive? We don't do that. We totally do that.
We don't. Yeah,
We totally do that.
we do that.
We've recorded 2 shows in one day.
Oh.
CJ.
And the DJ.
CJ Madden.
That's me.
What's the
DJ
theme?
double X.
What's the theme for today?
Technology.
Do you remember?
Yes. I was wondering why you were...
I don't know.
You guys, you all couldn't see this, but he had his arm around this chair that we have in the middle of us, and I was trying to figure out...
Ghost chair, baby.
What? This is...
It's my new co-host.
What was the name? It's who invented technology? Who was that?
Yeah, we looked up technology facts or something. It's like commonly asked questions. Who invented technology?
And
I was
who
like,
did it say?
I think it was like Webmaster or something.
Yeah, this is
Put in the
Webmaster in the
results.
seat.
Webmaster. What's going on, babe?
You killed him.
Technology. It's a wondrous thing. There's a new invention on the scene. Fart pills.
Do they make you fart?
No, they disguise the scent of your fart to make it pleasant.
Like it flavors them.
That's one way to put it, yes. A 69-year-old man was chilling out with his buds, eating a lot of food, when he realised the issue that I don't realise why it took him 69 years to realise this, but fart smell. Breaking news.
Can I just say, 69 years old is the perfect age to decide to invent fart pills?
It really is. Like, if people aren't already going to take you seriously, you tell them, yeah, I'm 69. They'll be like,
ah, nice.
oh, nice.
Nice.
So, yeah, we've now got a new Valentine's Day gift, I suppose, because it was invented around that time.
Yeah, and luckily for us, I have some right here for us. No.
Our budget isn't that high.
No.
The flavours include roses. No, that's how you set a mood.
Baby, let me
Do you
fart
smell?
for you. Set the mood.
Chocolate, ginger, which I consider to be a bit spicy for my taste. I'm not sure if you want to have some ginger coming out the other end. Violet and lily of the valley.
What do they mean by, like, is it very, like,
Lily of the valley.
What
Lily of
what
the
does
valley.
Lily of the Valley smell like?
Lily of the valley. I don't know.
We'll just have to find it and
It's
try
either a lady who lives in the valley and she showers in the river and she just smells lovely, or it's the flower, lily of the valley. It's probably
Either
the
way,
woman.
yeah, probably.
Probably like Lily Allen or something, taking a bath in a waterfall for a
I
Colgate
want to
ad.
know, like, I feel like most of the disgusting nature that comes with a fart is, masking the smell is one thing, but if you know that you're going to fart, and it's probably going to be a loud one, you're not going to do it in public anyway.
Well, that's the issue. Well, not the issue, I suppose. The controversy, the differing of what's going to happen to our society when we start encouraging farts. Like, if it's probably an improvement to the smell of the studio right now if Lily of the Valley.
You know what,
I would rather it
imagine-
smell like ginger in here
When we
than...
walked into the classroom this morning and it wasn't smelling too great, we could have just walked in and be like, "Oh, hey," and be like, "Yeah, it smells
Imagine
great."
walking into
And
an
I say,
office space.
"Oh yeah, man, sorry, let me just fix that for you."
Glade Sense and Spray. Smart. It has a motion sensor, which means it goes off only when it senses movement. To give a...
Yeah.
Room smells nice.
Walking into your office, oh, thanks, Janice. Well,
Yeah.
love that one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Or there's going to be rich people with their servants like, Jeeves, oh, Jeeves, can you come in here and spray it real quick before the guests come over? And
They just
they're
drop
hiring
their
people.
ducks and
Exactly. It's part of the cleaning process.
clean. I feel like it would make things dirtier. Like it's a sacrifice of clean for smelling good, which I feel like you could achieve both without farts. Like not like you could make it clean and smell good at the same time.
Well, you know what is good? The little... Are they Raid? No, not Ray.
No, that's Shadow Legends. No.
Please sponsor the show, Ray Shadow Legends.
I'd like the little wall socket ones, or the ones that sit on the shelf.
Yeah,
Earwick.
Earwick, the little sensing sprays.
Good.
Instead of getting one of those, just get a child in a cage with a can of beans. Hang them up in the corner of your foyer every time you walk past them. Lily of the Valley.
Is this allowed?
Probably, if it's your child.
Oh, yeah. Intellectual property. I made it. It's mine. I do.
Well, does that mean that they have legal rights to the farts then? I'm leaving Mother and I'm taking the scent with me. It's just a weird concept to think that something so taboo would be
Do you like to poo?
turned upside down.
Wow.
I still think we're a good couple of decades away from that whole, not body modification, but really invasive sort of altering the way you move.
It does need to start somewhere.
Like, we've already started on it. I remember years ago, I remember how long ago it was Smosh were making videos on it when they were still good. Google Glass.
Yeah, that
Google
failed
Glass,
so hard.
And that was a good concept.
It's a great concept.
They were helpful. They worked as real glasses, I think, as well.
I'm not sure about that. I
think they were working on it because through the camera lenses, but they were glasses that you can search through and see the weather just through your eyes.
I think the biggest issue that the Google Glass faced was how ugly that thing was. It just made you look like an absolute dork.
I think that was one of the reasons, but, those hoverboard sort of one-wheel segways, they're not very attractive, but people like those because they're convenient.
Yeah, I like
Google
them.
Glass is convenient. I just don't think we were ready for it.
Yeah.
If you brought that out and maybe, like virtual reality,
Yeah.
that's really slow. You'd think, wow, we can do that, and people would be on it, but it exists, and people are like, mostly just gamers care.
Yeah, well, I feel like people are just taking a very long time to, adjust.
Yeah. It does make me think about, where we are mentally. I remember a story in 2018, which I loved, about, I've written down his name because it's a bit fun, Meow Ludo Disco Gamma Meow Meow. Do you remember this guy?
You have a crazy habit of mentioning my sleep paralysis demons in these episodes.
This feels like some sort of anime character as opposed to a sleep paralysis demon. But Meow Ludo Disco Gamma Meow Meow was the guy who put his Opal card chip into his hand. He was a biohacker in Sydney. And he would still pay for his Opal card, but he'd go boop and scan it that way. But Opal were like, you have defaced the card, and they fined him for $220.
But it's a card.
It's still the card, but to be fair with Opal, they said you can't deface the card. You can't alter the card. But that's a very interesting concept to... People love the pay pass and stuff. Why not put your chips in your hand?
What's the next story?
Well, due to recent health concerns, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, the Ebola virus. Bird flu, all of the things we've lived through and somehow survived.
Flu.
That one. Cow
SARS.
flu, mad cow. That
SARS
was
and
before our
MERS.
time. Ollie MERS. I remember him. Ollie MERS. I wouldn't consider him a flu. That's a bit rude. But yeah, due to all these recent health concerns, there's been a lot being cancelled. I say if they're going to end the world, make it quick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be suffering through this. Everything's cancelled. You got to sit at home, get your seasonal depression while it's raining outside and you can't leave your house.
Yeah.
It's crap. But I suppose it was a good idea that Biden and Sanders both cancelled some recent campaigns they were doing.
I feel like I'm rallying that many people in one spot at the moment.
Well, especially them. Like, you've seen them. Yeah. They're not... They're kind of over 50.
They are
which
kind
is,
of over 50.
They're kind of in the danger zone.
The danger zone.
They are very old, decrepit men.
They are, especially Bernie with his bongo hands.
I feel like he's more there mentally there. And just preface, this isn't political talk.
No.
Like, we don't care. I don't know about you, but
it's America.
We don't care. I don't care for one.
Yeah, honestly.
They were forced into cancelling their events and making the first ever virtual town hall, and they live streamed the event for the first time ever, their little campaigns, and it was such a disaster.
It is a disaster.
It was such a disaster.
Should we watch it?
We will definitely watch it.
3, 2, 1. no exception. That's why we're connecting virtually today. We're going to have to get better at the technical side of this. Promise prevent future outbreaks. But I can promise you, my president, he will better, respond better, recover better. Science. Always, let's go. Administration. Responsibility of any president, I promise you. I don't know. Doctor, maybe you can have if we can transfer you, say a few words.
Oh, he's back! He's back!
So there was one point where Biden walks out of frame and he's like, am I on camera? Am I on camera?
Just total anarchy.
I don't want to get political because I don't even know Biden's policies or anything.
No, me neither.
But
when he sounded...
that man is not there. He can't. No. He's.
And also, when you sounded like. Then. When that's what the live stream sounds like, you're not setting a good example to begin with anyway.
No.
What are people going to be listening to? He turned into Optimus Prime. Here we go. Conspiracy theory time, okay? Joe Biden is a transformer.
He's like the first ever robot.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think Biden should be running. He can't walk straight. He's been saying weird things this like election period, and once again, this isn't political. I don't know what Biden's policies are. I don't know anything about the guy except the stuff he says about
poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
It's such a bad thing to say. And when he went off, you know about the whole corn pop story.
You tell me more about that because you know a lot more about it than I do. But yes,
he's at this rally with predominantly a black crowd, trying to relate to them, and he's telling them the story about there used to be a pool around here, and he goes into this Midwestern storytelling mode where he's telling how there used to be a pool and he was a guard there, and he told this bad kid named Corn Pop the bad kid, he was running with some bad boys,
and Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
And he was talking about he was diving improperly and him being the tough sheriff he is, picked him out and he said, "Hey, Corn Pop, you can't be doing that around here."
I said, "Hey, Esther, you, off the board or I'll come up and drag you off." Well, he came off and he said, "I'll meet you outside my car."
Corn Pop threatens him, tells him to meet him by his car. A lifeguard or something told him to take a chain and wrap it around his hand because these were the razor-carrying kids. It sounds like a Western.
And he said, "I'll be waiting for you." He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. There's a guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pools. He was the mechanic. And I said, "What am I going to do?" He said, "Come down here in the basement." And he cut off a 6-foot length of chain. He folded up. He said, "You walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, 'You may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head.'"
Yeah.
And Mr. Strong Joe Biden says, "Oh, I'm just going to talk to him." So Joe goes around, he's like, "Listen here, pal. I'm sorry that I kicked you out, but you got to follow the rules.
When I tell you get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again, but I shouldn't have called you, Esther Williams. I apologize for that." He said, "You apologize to me?" I said, "I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said." He said, "Okay," closed the straight razor, and my heart began to beat again.
And Corn Pop respected Joe Biden so much that he folded up his razor and walked away into the sunset. That's how you avoid conflict.
But thank you, Corn Pop, because if the fact that you didn't kill him now means that we have this story. So the real hero here is Corn Pop.
He might have not even made up the story because Joe Biden's been caught for plagiarism so many times. Do you know this?
I didn't know that.
He's been, for decades. It was one of the first times he tried to run for anything. They called him in university and stuff, lying about how he graduated in the top of his class and stealing direct quotes from JFK.
Ooh.
Once again, this is a technology-themed show. We have Google to say,
we do.
"Oh, you didn't write that, Joe." No, I totally wrote that. No, you didn't.
Let us pledge that our generation of Americans will pay any price, bear any burden, accept any challenge, and meet any hardship to secure the blessings of prosperity and the promise of opportunity for our children.
We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
And how do you steal a JFK quote and expect to get away with it?
It's JFK.
He's like the most famous president ever.
Arguably, yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and the legs, the kids in the pool story with the legs. Oh, dude.
I got hairy legs, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
It's just a mess.
Boomer Biden. Hashtag Boomer Biden. Let's start it.
Trending now.
Get some traction on this channel, even if it's controversial. I don't care. I need more than me watching these videos. Do you want to do our facts?
Let's do our facts.
Fact. Every single minute, 24 hours worth of footage is uploaded to YouTube, but not a single ounce of it is as good as what you will see on Xxtra Xxtra. Like and subscribe.
You know what? I'm super dumb because I've forgotten all my facts again. I'm back.
Hi.
I remember my fact.
You remember your fact?
I remember my fact now.
There was no transition.
Whoa!
It was
so,
seamless.
Did you know that when Apple was originally going to release the iPhone, at first they were going to call it the iPad, which was later something else, but they were also going to call it the Telepod.
The Telepod?
The Telepod.
That doesn't sound like a phone.
I know, because it's telephone and iPod meshed together.
You said that through graded teeth. You hate that.
I don't want the telephone.
I don't like the telephone.
It sounds so bad.
Well, my second fact, the mozzarella Firefox, the browser.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. The
Mozilla.
Mozilla. I'm just going to say mozzarella.
Godzilla.
The Mussolini Firefox is not actually a fox. It's a red panda.
Why is it called Firefox?
Because it's a red panda. Can't argue with that logic.
Also, how did they get... I feel like PETA doesn't use Firefox. Like PETA. They wouldn't use Firefox because I don't think they condone setting foxes on fire.
They probably would just download it to uninstall it, like they do with animals. They just save them to put them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your fact, my sir.
My fact. Did you know that Google, the massive...
I do know Google.
You do know Google? Wow. Okay, your turn. Well, they don't mow their lawns because...
No.
Did I get the same fact as
yes.
you? Oh, no. No, they goats. They goats. They hire goats. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I got a backup fact.
Okay, good. I do not. This was the one I just found too.
Well, they have 200 goats if you were
That's
wanting to finish.
insane. Like,
no, you're meant to be telling me it's insane.
Sorry, I didn't see that part. But they hire goats to eat their grass instead of getting Jim to mow the lawn.
I did not know that.
You
Jim's
did actually.
Goating. Jim's shepherd.
Jim gives them the goats.
I'll
do my next fact.
Please.
So Microsoft is also another conglomerate. I'm hoping this is another one of your facts.
It's not.
This would be so bad. Okay. Microsoft. I'm going to say this so that it sounds strange at first because this is the way I read it when I found it as well. Microsoft's favorite food is pizza.
What?
So,
what does that mean?
At the Microsoft camp, like where Microsoft is located, there is actually a lot of food places there. It serves over 34,000 people a day.
Right.
There. Okay. And apparently by far, they sell the most amount, like the food they sell the most of is pizza every day. So therefore, Microsoft's favorite food is pizza.
Sick.
Yeah.
Rip Bill Gates. He just stepped down from Microsoft, if you didn't
Yeah,
know.
I did see that. Yeah, which is interesting.
It's about time. He doesn't need to be there.
He is old, man.
Well, I've got one more fact. The word robot comes from the Czech. I don't know. Czech?
I know what it means.
I don't know what a Czech accent sounds like.
I know what the word means.
I was trying to do an accent,
but in original.
Don't steal my fact.
I know what it is.
What's a Czech accent like?
I don't know.
I've never met a Czech.
I mean,
Never been much good at chess. The Czechs
Wow.
the word robot comes from the Czech word robota, which
Nice.
which means forced labor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Means
Think about
slave. Yes.
Spooky stuff.
I didn't know
Robots.
that's a quote from one of my favorite movies. Is The World's End.
What, slaves?
No. When he says, do you know what robot actually means? And he says, it's actually an old term and it means slave. That's why I knew that.
I didn't know
So
that.
I didn't know that, it was actually, what did you say it was? Forced labor?
Fortnite. What? yeah, forced labor.
Forced labor. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Woo.
That's not a Czech accent.
I don't know what it is. They're from Czechland. I don't know.
Czechoslovakia. Where's
Oh, yeah,
all our
that's right,
Czechs?
yeah.
Where's all
That
our
is
Czech
right.
fans out there? Are we broadcasting to TAFE
We
Czechoslovakia
forgot to
tonight?
dedicate the last episode
We
to
did.
someone. We'll just do Brazil again. 2 episodes for Brazil.